Bing.
Antonio Banderas joining us from Shrek, the final chapter.
Hello.
I don't know if that's Puss in Boots or Antonio's.
It's a mixture between both of them.
It sounds pretty good.
I like to do this. The microphones are beautiful, by the way.
Well, thank you.
Awesome. Like
Thank you.
old microphones from the 40s or something like that.
Yeah, well, this is, we don't have any pictures, so this is all we got.
All right.
Well, thanks for being here.
My pleasure. Thank you.
It seems like you have the most fun playing Puss in Boots in Shrek. Do you have a good time doing it?
I do, actually. It was very strange at the beginning. Because we have been talking about that. You know, I came to this country without speaking the language at all, and suddenly they called me just for the use of my voice in a movie. It was you know, I couldn't believe it, and in a movie actually that I saw and I love. I was a spectator.
You'd seen it before you were in it.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. I was not in the first part, and then I was doing Broadway at the time that I did the first session in New York. And then they destroyed my voice, actually, because I had to do the hairball thing, and I was, and I got to the theater that night and I couldn't sing. I did, but it was a tremendous effort.
You told a great story earlier about how moms will see you in the grocery store and say, "Look, honey, that's." Tell everybody that story.
No, it happens sometimes. You know, that happened actually in a grocery store and a supermarket. I don't remember, but there was a mother with a baby. He was like 5 years old, and the mother said, "Look, Johnny or whatever. That's Puss in Boots," and the kid just looked at me and he said, "No, mom, that's Zorro." Yeah, that's. You know, they don't know. Their parents know, but they don't know. Poor things.
So you've done this character in Shrek for how many years now?
I think it's 8 years.
8 years. So that's now over, and you're going to have your own set of series, right? Tell me about it.
Well, we started just recording voices. It's the story of Puss in Boots. You're going to see him actually since he was a little kitty cat, I said, and he's in an orphanage, and you're gonna see actually how he's gonna become what he became later.
And it will have the same sort of sensibilities that Shrek has, where adults get the humor, kids can also go along for the ride.
Yes, but it will do it in a totally different direction. They are taking as a model more the spaghetti westerns, the Sergio Leone stuff. You know, the divided screen, the
right.
You know, it's more mysterious. It's actually, we're doing an epic movie, and they are taking the character as an epic hero. So it's slightly different. They're going to have another feeling.
So it's bittersweet for you then. Shrek is over, but this begins something completely new and fun.
Yes, it is. It's that feeling, actually. It's interesting because we have been recording the characters by ourselves. We only got together when we were doing promotions all around the world. And in this promotion, especially in New York, happened when we went to Tribeca, and today happened here. We were just doing interviews, 4 of us together, and we were realizing, you know, what is the meaning of Shrek. And I think it's something that actually in the time to come, in years from now, we will look back and we will see the importance of what these represent in motion pictures, and actually became also the peak of a pyramid of what animation became in the last 10 years. You know, I think Shrek was like a boat that was just opening the eyes for many people to cross through that path. It has been an extraordinary experience. It became pop culture, laughing of pop culture. and an experience that says a lot. And I am Spanish. I can say that Spanish from Spain. That has been pretty much an example of what Americans search for perfection, especially in show business. And this is the story of Shrek. The story of Shrek is the story of a team that actually has been working very hard to just provide the audiences with something that is actually high quality, that will be a classic forever. And on the top of the pyramid is a man called Jeffrey Katzenberg, who has been unbelievable, tough and stubborn.
He is on the top, but he is on the top, but he's shorter than I am.
It's true.
Finally, I met somebody. I mean, it's so well said, and you're right. He's the genius behind all of it too, and a great guy who's been on the show many times. As a matter of fact, he was on yesterday. Antonio, something you said earlier, which I just want to congratulate you with. You said 14 years of marriage, and I think that's fantastic. So congratulations.
Thank
You're
you.
celebrating that. My mother always said, I'm not married yet. My mother always says to me she gets worried about marriages here in this town. So what is the key to successful relationships, you think?
Believe in the other person. She did on me as I did on her, and believe that love changes and it goes from one side to another, to another, to another. People freaks out when they just lose that first feeling that they had in the first 6 months, in the first year and a half, and then they freak out and they go out of the relationship looking for that feeling again. And we believe, because we were coming, both of us, from different relationships that were failures, and that there is another thing behind that wall, and we just crossed that wall, and we did it, and we believe that behind that crisis there was a place for us. And I know that people that get together now, they cannot have the feelings that we have, because you need actually 14 years to get that. And it's also the sense of family. For us, it's very important.
So good to see you. You're always such a genuine guy, and I appreciate your time. Antonio Banderas, Shrek, make sure you check it out in theaters.